Hello, class. My name is Hovig Mesak, and I am doing my assignment on United Nations American Code by contemporary artist Gu Wenda, located at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, better known as LACMA. Gu Wenda was born in 1995 and is originally born in Shanghai, China. According to artnet.com, he is considered a contemporary artist that uses hair and other bodily substances to portray his work. We are currently looking at the gallery's description, where it is written that Gu Wenda was driven by a utopian vision of the world, focused on creating harmony through the mixing of cultures. We will pan out soon to view the art piece itself. Gu Wenda was never a normal man in any sense of the word, often an outcast compared to his peers. ArtAsiaPacific.com did an interview with Gu Wenda, where he described himself as being a troublemaker and not following the rules even as a teacher later on. Coming from a traditional banking family, he always wanted to expand his Chinese culture through dedication and his grandiose ideas. According to his bio on his website wendagu.com, he moved from Shanghai to Hangzhou in 1981, where he attained his master's degree at the Zhejiang Academy of Fine Arts. From 1981 to 1987, he worked as a teacher where he was vastly popular with the students. He often told his students, traditional is important, but you have to associate it with creativity, not just copying. All throughout his time in China as an artist, many of his works were censored by the Chinese government for being too progressive. He immigrated to the United States in 1987 and he came to New York to seek a more international audience for his work and to work in the Contemporary Art Center of the world. Previous exhibits were produced out of sanitary napkins and one with even semen and placenta. However, as we see in this exhibit, most of his creations were focused on hair, especially in the 1990s. This was known as the United Nations Project. The art piece that we are currently viewing is the United Nations Project Code that first began in 1995. As a part of LACMA's Contemporary Chinese Culture exhibit, we see a piece of art that is simply unreal until seen in person. This piece features hair from all over the world, meaning to represent the US as a nation of immigrants and mixed ethnic identities. The hairs were woven and glued into monumental installations. The main reason that I chose this piece was due to my background of coming from another country to the US with my family, and to have a better life with more opportunities just like Gu Wenda did. Diving in further into the work, this piece screams color in every sense of the word. Here we can see all kinds of colors, from red to blue to yellow and etc. The colors here are supposed to amplify the idea of diversity in Chinese culture, and to show that different cultures embrace different hair colors regardless of what is considered to be normal for today's standards. Now let's look at the structure of the quote-unquote house. The lines aspect of this work is shown by how the hairs are woven together to make the structure itself. Starting with outside of the house, you can see different colored hairs all run parallel to each other as they flow gracefully down to make the walls. This is helped by small clips on the axis of each corner that string along all the hairs one by one. What's more beautiful is the inside of the house. The inner part shows different shapes, patterns, and even letters, all woven still by human hair. Notable shapes are the letters that range from English to Arabic and to, of course, Chinese. You can also see that a big star is woven together to possibly represent the stars in the US flag that defines us as Americans. Lastly, you can see how the roof of the house has hairs that gently curve down a little to really impose the idea of a house. In terms of light, the lighting from the top of the museum building shine carefully into this art piece to somehow spotlight the different patterns inside and to add on to the beauty of the different colors. The lighting helps to also give the idea of a home to this piece, as a normal home would have light shining down from the top. With the combination of color, lines of the piece, and the lighting, the art piece truly comes together to represent the US. This is truly what the US is, a home for all cultures that everyone can live in harmony together, just as Gowenda intended it. The more I examined this piece, the more and more I was lost for words for how well put together everything is to manifest into the idea that this house looking piece is truly the US that Gowenda wanted. Gowenda's work here is very important. It is a patriotic piece of art in every sense as it highlights what it means to live in America, a perfect harmony of all cultures. His work here cannot be any more significant, not only in the troublesome times with our country and its troubles with racism, but to bring back power in immigrants of the US that not only include me and my family, but to all those that come to America to find their dreams, just like Gowenda did. This art piece here is truly one that we should all look to for hope and inspiration as students and citizens. Thank you.